Yep, that's me.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's okay. How are you?
What made you decide to become a wrestler?
When I was about 8 years old, my brother made me play the PS2, the wrestling video games, and he would quiz me on whoever like kind of came in between, like which wrestler would come in between the matches, and so I started getting into it by that. But then I really like got into it when I started actually watching it on, I guess it was Monday and Friday nights at that time. And it just really like it connected with me. And I was like, I think I want to do this.
Do you remember the first ever wrestling match that you ever had? And if so, who was your opponent and what company did you work for?
Yeah, my first wrestling match was actually earlier this year in March. Um, it was in Chillicothe, Ohio. It was for World Classic Big Time Wrestling. It was actually Bobby Fulton's promotion, and it was only when I was like a few like months in training, and they gave someone at the last second, and it was over 1,000 people, and my coach brought me along with them, and it was insane.
So, considering that you've been wrestling for a few months now, how do you feel about your progression as a wrestler thus far?
Oh, my progression is definitely like way better than it was when I started last year in September. I didn't I watched it as a fan and I thought I understood it, but you never truly understand. You think you understand, but you never understand it until you step in the ring across from somebody. And then your mind just has to, wrap around. Like it's an art, it really is. And you have to switch from fan mode to now you're a worker. So it was kind of hard for me to do that at first, but then when it happened, and a lot of people have actually helped me extra on the side to make me the better wrestler that I am today.
So, who do you consider like your influences? They could be male, female, indie pro, those that inspired you to get into wrestling in particular.
Well, definitely my coach, Cody Hawk, is probably is like really inspired me because he's believed in me when a lot of people haven't, given me opportunities that I would not have gotten um, if it wasn't for him. Professional wise, like actually like WWE people, um, definitely Shawn Michaels and Finn Balor. Finn Balor, I study his stuff a lot and actually incorporate what he does in the ring, and I incorporate that into what I do in the ring because I really like his style. And my favorite woman was AJ Lee, and she really made me want to get into it because for once, like it seemed like someone got there because they were good, not because they had um, not because they knew people in the business or like were, family to people in the business. She actually got there and got to where she was because she was good, and that's what I wanted to do.
I definitely remember AJ dating back to her WSU days when she was Miss April, and then when
Yeah.
she came into NXT, you know, sh I had to admit, she came across as a bit shy, trying to figure out who she was, and then once she got into the main roster and as her character progressed, she definitely that shyness went away real quick,
Yeah, it was
and
gone.
it was gone. Like, I mean, when she was in that, when she started, when she got paired with Daniel Bryan, that's when it really took off.
Oh, yeah, that
So
crazy side came out.
yeah, and then of course with CM Punk and the whole crazy chicks thing, and she definitely became one of the top stars at that time, and
Oh, definitely.
she definitely did. So for you, Shauna, do you have any? I know you got a match coming up with Honey Badger this coming weekend. What are some other upcoming shows you want to promote?
I'm on World Classic Big Time Professional Wrestling again, November 12th, so that's next Saturday, and that is in Piketon, Ohio. Let's see, December 6th, I'm on the same show, and I think that's in Chillicothe, Ohio. And then on the 7th, I can be seen in Lima, Ohio, on War for the very first time. So I'm pretty excited about it because that's a show I've always wanted to do.
So I wanted to ask you about this past Sunday, the Hell in a Cell match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks. It was a historic match. It was a historic night altogether. Did you get a chance to watch that match? And if so, what were your thoughts?
First of all, I was so happy as a woman wrestler, like finally, like you basically what you just said, history was made. You know, women are starting to be seen as tough as the guys and being able to do what the guys do. Like there's no gender for professional wrestling, and so that makes me really happy. Both women, they picked the perfect two women to basically to do that. They were both. It was phenomenal. Like literally, there were some parts that blew me away. But in like the outcome with Charlotte, I thought they were going to have Sasha continue to retain, but I mean the outcome didn't come out as I thought. But it was pretty good.
I have to admit, when Charlotte put Sasha through that power bomb through that table, I was thinking to myself, damn,
Yeah.
this match is about to end, and then somewhere inside Sasha's was just like, it's not gonna end like that. Not in my hometown. So she went out there, and they lasted 20 plus minutes inside
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, and they they both should pat themselves on the back and each other for what they were able to do, and that should motivate the rest of the women in the WWE roster that maybe they can find themselves in the main event spot in the pay-per-view, whether it's Hell in a Cell or not, and that should inspire women wrestlers on the indie scene, like, hey, taking it seriously. They really want to see their division blossom. So,
Right.
you know, that obviously the next step is the main event WrestleMania. I don't see it happening next year, but after seeing that match, it could happen the next 3, 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. They're starting to, like I said, they're starting to see that women were not just some like fragile little sex appeal. We are workers. We can do just as much as the guys. And like I said, professional wrestling has no gender.
And before I let you go, do you have any like social media, like Facebook, Twitter, links people can get in touch with you for bookings and such?
Yeah, totally. My Facebook, you just type in Shawna Reed, and I'll come up. I have a fan page and I have a personal page, so you can contact me there. On Twitter, I have it's my Twitter handle is Shawna Reed 93.
It was great chatting with you, Shauna. Thank you so much for your time. Uh, Best of luck goes out to you, and for the remainder of the year and next year moving forward. And thank you again for your time.
Thanks so much for having me.
You have a good night. Have a good weekend.
You too.